So I've been testing out the new Hero Rosalia a lot, and I like a lot of the things about her. She's a very versatile hero that has a lot of strength and really good abilities. But the thing that I like the most is her level 6 aircraft efficiency. Monkey aces and heli pilots placed near the workshop have all upgrade costs reduced. And as you guys probably know, I really like chimps mode, and I like providing like super easy and super fun strategies sometimes. And I think I found one that you guys are gonna love. And this strategy will work on every single beginner map on chimps. And the way I'm gonna prove that to you is we're gonna do it on an advanced map, just so I can show you how easy it is here, that it'll be even easier to transcribe over into a beginner map and any single lane intermediate map for the most part. Now, depending on the map that you're on, it's going to be a different start for all. So like if you're on Monkey Meadow, you can start with just the ninja and you'd be okay. But for this one, since it is kind of a shorter track and a little bit of an odd track, and we don't have 16 different spots to hit the balloons, we're gonna do a little bit of a wonky thing with some dart monkeys here. And we're gonna place this first one on last. And other than that, it's that simple. Now our goal is to get Rosalia as fast as we can because she's a very slow leveler, and we want her to get that level 6 very quickly so we can start placing our helicopters, because we don't want to place them unless she has the discount. Because in my very ultimate studies of my scientific balloons method, I found that you get $90 saved if you buy it under her discount village, which doesn't sound like much, but it all adds up once you start buying bigger upgrades. Now, just to make sure we don't lose anything here, we're going to throw down a sniper. But again, if you're on Monkey Meadow, just stick with the ninja, get it up to a 201, buy your Rosalia, and then don't worry about any other towers besides the helicopter for a while. It's that easy. But this is it. We're not buying any more towers until we get our Rosalia, which is awesome. So we'll get her pretty early. And now what's really cool about her discount is the fact that it works on every single tier. So even the 5th tier, we save a couple grand. And I believe it was around $4,000 total saved, which doesn't sound like much, but you're getting your Apache that much earlier, and you're getting your Apache Prime even earlier. And you're saving so much money that you can even buy 2 helicopters that are 5th tiers and just make chimps mode pretty much just kind of, I don't even know the word, boring. Like, we're gonna make it boring. It's that simple. And we're not even gonna use abilities that much. And if you're on like a beginner map like Cubism, Monkey Meadow, Logs, you're not gonna need any abilities. We might throw one in here just to save on some money so we don't have to buy things we don't need to. Now, we don't have level 6 for a while. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put her on strong like I already did, and we're gonna switch her to her bombs. And then the sniper, we're gonna get all the way up to a 022. And the reason why we're doing that, it's just for some early balloon cleanup, but it also is going to help us with those camos all the way into like, well, into the 40s for sure, because this is going to be our only camo tower, because unfortunately Rosalia can't see camo. But once we get that, we're going to switch them over to first, because not the best on strong when you're using a little shrapnel shot, guys. You just want to keep them on the beginning so we can knock everything out. And now we literally just wait until we can get to her discount on the helicopters, and we start placing some helicopters. It's that simple. Now 22 is the one that sometimes I do have to use her ability, but again, not on any beginner map. And that's only on this map because we have one spot of contact, which is kind of wild if you think about it. So on Monkey Meadow, it's going to go around that first loop, come back, and then it's going to go down the bottom and come back again. So you have 3 points of contact. Here is only 1, and we're making this happen. So you might have to use an ability if it's on a shorter map like that, but something like even downstream, an intermediate map, you'll be just fine because it circles around again. It's that simple. I love this, to be honest. This is really fun for me. Coming up with simple and easy and fun chimp strat used to be like my whole game back in the day, and I got so much enjoyment from it just because I want to make it as easy as possible. So like, oh, there we go. I'm already talking too much. Let's grab our first helicopter. I'm going to put it as far away as we can so we can have room if we want to place things later. And then we're just going to go to lock in place until we can get our pursuit, but obviously we can get it right away because we saved up a lot of money. We're then going to get faster darts and faster firing, of course, and we are saving money every time we buy anything, which is just purely awesome. And then our sniper can handle all of the camos on his own. And if you had a 201 ninja, he'd be able to handle all the camos on his own, especially if it was on a longer track like downstream Cubism, Logs. So again, I'm only doing this on an advanced map to show you how easy it is. And if you'd like to use it for this map, I would definitely encourage it. But you could also just save it for the easier maps and use this to pretty much blackboard everything, because it won't just work on chimps. Obviously, if we're doing it here, it could work on Impoppable. Just maybe throw in a farm after we get our second helicopter. Let that build up, and that'll be the offset of how much more things cost. And then you could buy everything even quicker. the sky's the limit from there. But what we are going to do is we're going to grab one more helicopter and put him as far as we can over here. And the only reason I'm doing it far is because I am going to need a village at some point, and I want to make sure we have enough room and I didn't like lock myself in. And then we're going to lock this guy in place for now, and he's going to be a Moab shove. And the reason why is because why struggle against Moabs if we don't need to? This guy will handle it all for us, make it super simple. And another thing great is that her level 7 right here, it says flight boost ability. For a short time, all nearby aircraft fly faster, and Rosalia pursues balloons over the whole map using both weapons. So we already know that her level 7 is awesome for her, but it makes everybody else fly faster. So imagine if we had an Apache Prime and we need a little bit of boost on round 98. She'll take care of it for us. It's that awesome. But what we do need to do is get a village, and we do need some camo because we don't really have much except for our sniper, who's been doing great, no complaints, but we need something a little bit better. Might as well get jungle drums too. Say that 5 times fast. Jungle drums. Now, oddly enough, I went into sandbox mode and leveled up Rosalia enough that she gave the discount to the helicopters, and then I only gave myself $1,730, and that's the cost of a helicopter and chimps. Well, I had $90 left. That's why I said that it saved $90 just to even buy it under the discount. Well, then I did 1730 times 5%. It was like 86.5 or something like that. So it's not technically 5%. It's like 5.2%, which is odd. So I feel like I'm missing something, or maybe they just rounded up to the next tens number, but that's just what happened there, and that's fine. Now, again, you saw how that went a little bit too far, but if it does, look how much time we have to react. You can just use your second ability. I don't think you're going to need to until we even get to the Apache, and then after you get the Apache, you really don't need to worry about much at all because this guy does really well. But let's say you had to. You're like, oh no, it's getting too strong. But then you just use your ability. It makes her awesome. It makes him awesome. And now I think once her ability's done, she's flying around the map. Oh, yeah. So now we can literally place her wherever we want. So you can readjust her to a better spot. And I think one would be right here because then she gets more coverage. Or put her like all the way up here if you... Oh my gosh, she can go that far. That's ridiculous. That's really cool, actually. So I'm going to put her right here to where she has like a good little range because she is on strong when she is throwing bombs. And then I'm going to grab my Apache dart ship. And now, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have to do anything until we get to Apache Prime. I wanted to see how long this guy could go on his own without having to upgrade, but the ZOMGs take way too long. And as you see, we do have enough for the Apache Prime. Can he even do 80? He can. He can even do 80. So let's just buy it. That's $11,000 more than we needed, which is awesome. And then I'm also going to get MIB because we know that this guy is not the best against DDTs. But the next thing we're going to do is get the Comanche Defense. I thought I was going to try to rhyme that too, but it didn't work out. And then once we get that, we're going to actually get Pursuit. I'm not a big fan of doing the Moab shove with the Pursuit because it just kind of like makes it not good. But at the same time, I think it'll be fine. And I think we'll be able to even save up for Comanche Commander. I did it on an intermediate map downstream, no problem. So I don't see why it should be difficult on an advanced map. I mean, it should be difficult in advanced map. That's the whole point. But now this is one of the easier advanced maps. It's just what makes it difficult is the fact that you only have one lane and you only have one chance to hit them. I mean, you could argue that like this is 1 and this is 2 if you had a tower like a ninja that can seek its shurikens, but that's why you just use global towers on all this kind of junk and then it really doesn't even matter. Now what's cool is with the MIB, this guy can actually slow the DTs now, I think, right? Before he couldn't, or could he? Could he hit lead? Yeah, he could hit lead with the bottom path. I'm not a Comanche user. I'm going to throw that out there. I do not like this tower. If I had to get rid of one of the helicopters, it would 1000% be the bottom path. But I believe they recently buffed it. Not only that, Rosalia just makes it awesome. And if I really felt like getting crazy, we just use her ability and everybody attacks faster. It's like Brickle's ability for the water towers, but it's not. It's her. But it does say fly faster. I don't necessarily know if that means that we're shooting faster. It just says fly, which in that case, who cares? Because like, why does a Spectre need to fly any faster? Maybe? I don't know. It feels good, and she's really good regardless. We don't need to use it technically. We just do what we want to do. Look at this. This is super easy stuff. And then the Comanche buddy, awful tower. I'm just going to keep saying that. But he does have his buddies sometimes, and they come in clutch, and it saves the day. And then once we get $4 more thousand, which again is discounted because of Rosalia. Is it Rosalia or Rosalia? I kind of want to say Rosalia because Rosalia is from Mario. And so I keep thinking of the big princess with the star because that's who I use when I play Mario Kart. But that's completely off topic and not completely necessary at all. But now that we have Comanche Defense Commander, I think we're pretty much done. I think that's game, to be completely honest. But if we want to make it a little bit easier on ourselves, where it's always safe to throw in a glue monkey all the way to relentless glue, bigger globs, glue splatter, but make sure it's in range of the village or it's completely non-existent, helpful for round 95. And that's the round that I'm kind of nervous about. So once we get it, good, gone, done. Will it even get to the glue? Yeah, it looks like he is attacking a tiny little bit, but look how good these work together. We technically have 5 helicopters going at it right now, doing damage. And then our girl actually has 80,000 of her own pops. That's not terrible. I'm proud of her. And she can even fly farther. It looks like her range has been completely increased. So we just throw her there and let her bomb some stuff, make her even more damage. And remember, we do have her abilities. I'm not going to really use them. I don't think we need them, but they do help. They blow some things up. Her second ability is really awesome. But I think we're going to be fine. I honestly think we can take out 98, 99, and 100. Oh my goodness. Do I even need like a first strike, or are we just fine? Do I even need her abilities? Do I need anything? Are we just going to take it out naturally? Wow. Okay, I didn't expect it to be this good, to be honest. I thought we'd have a little bit of a struggle, but really, Chimps is too easy now. This is easy stuff. And then he is slowing them down because he's a Comanche commander. That is sick. I like that a lot. And if you haven't yet, check out this video. We try to black border and beat every single game mode as fast as we possibly can on the new map, Tinkerton in Bloons TD6.